Do you definitely want to hit her in the face? Bam. Oh. Yeah. Jackie, you want to come flip over this table? Yeah. What is happening here? Like over the head? Clothing grab and a one-hand choke. Great. Acting ensues. Beautiful.
When we go on stage, we're on stage to tell a story, and the fight is every bit a part of that.
What I want this to really be about here is acting the crap out of your fight scene.
It's not yours! It is mine!
99.9, if not 100% of the time, it's the climax of the show. And so it has to be moving the story forward.
Eat your food! I will not be abused by a fish!
There's a lot of violence in Mrs. Packard because the play takes place in this mental institution in the 1800s.
The violence in the show is supposed to depict the violence that actually occurred in these asylums. They were very violent places and the patients were treated very poorly.
People get slapped, people have their hair grabbed, people are dragged, people are picked up, people are drowned or tortured with water.
I knew that I needed help with the violence. First and foremost, I need someone who knew how to choreograph something safely.
But also to make it look good. If you don't have a good fight choreographer, it could look sloppy or unrealistic, and in a play like this, you need it to be believable.
Quiet!
When having a moment of stage combat, you can have contact moves and non-contact moves. In a non-contact slap, Flynn will take her hand past the target across her partner's face. Her partner will turn her head and make the nap. We'll make that kind of clap sound at the same time that's happening, so the audience believes it's a slap. But if the audience is sitting fully in the round, as they are Mrs. Packard, you can't mask anything. If the audience were on the side, 90 degrees, they would see the foot of space. It would look ridiculous. So in Mrs. Packard, it's a constant challenge that we work with. We want something to look brutal, but we can't hide anything from the audience.
We have to be very careful and work a lot harder to do these contact moves and make sure they're safe, but also look realistic.
Shut up, you.
It's okay. It's hard to hit someone, even if you know that you're not hurting them.
This is never gonna be a big move, right? Because it's not safe to send a ton of energy into your partner's face. You're gonna kind of glance off of it. So it's gonna be small, it's gonna be tight. Here you go.
The process is a lot more grueling than one would imagine when seeing the action on stage because it's so quick.
I think right now the most challenging is the dunking Mrs. Packard's head into the bucket of water. In that move, it's supposed to look like, I am causing all of the violence, but really Flynn is in charge of when her head moves up and down.
The trick is Mrs. Bonner puts her hand on my neck and slides it up.
I'm not actually holding on to anything, I'm just making a claw hand.
I grab her hand behind my neck and control the dunking motion, but it looks like she's controlling it the whole time.
This is a perfect example of we have class and you learn how to do things, but then what you're gonna do in an actual show is probably not the exact thing we've done in class. We didn't cover water torture in our semester, but what you're doing is you're using all these great foundational skills that you've learned in class to figure out how to keep yourself safe.
I think it's easy to say stage combat is just something that happens, but no one really thinks about the intricacies that go into that.
When something looks very natural to the audience, there is a whole lot of artifice behind it, which means really good actors. It's not just the choreographer who's created a great story, definitely part of it, but it's the ability of the actors to commit to that technique and sell it.
Once you know you're in complete control of something, it's really fun.
I think we should end on that one, actually. That was great. How's your face?
It's a little sore.
Yeah,